When will the Mac come back? It's your boy Brutal here with my boy Cracker Jack, and we are discussing the return of the Mac. Alright, so Conor McGregor, is he coming back on International Fight Week? I believe so. You know why I believe so? Because I said so, and that's the bottom line. But I have seen multiple sightings of Bigfoot, and he told me that Conor was coming back. But they have not yet said who's fighting on International Fight Week. Why? Well, because I don't think it's written in stone, but I do believe that's what they plan on. Because we don't know anything after the Sean Strickland fight and then the White House card, and then it's all mysterious. But I believe Conor's fighting, and I believe it because Jorge Masvidal was offered 10 million shuckaroos to fight on the Jake Paul card. And he said no, because I got something big in the works for UFC. And why the fuck would you turn down 10 million smackaroos whenever you could fight like Nate Diaz or somebody to go fight fucking, I don't know who he would fight in the UFC that would even make sense. No. But definitely nobody that's going to make fucking money. Not like that. Besides Conor McGregor.
Some money.
And you got to think of and you got to think of the UFC here. So they want to make Conor is still their star. So it's got to make sense on a matchup for him. So Jorge, they could sell that as a Legends fight. They are both standards and strikers, so it would be good. And the same day Jorge said this, Conor was in the UFC's office doing a little leprechaun fucking head shake. Shuffle. Yeah, he was all happy, and that's after he went on Chael Sutton's podcast and he was bitching about, they said this guy, they said that guy, I said yes, they said no contract, blah, blah, blah. So it looked real good. So I put out a video saying, he's going to fight Jorge, it's official, blah, blah, blah. And then I hear, wait, no. They're going to have him fight Paddy the Baddy. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want him to fight Paddy the Baddy. I'd rather have him Jorge. Yeah, but then again, I was like, well, he can still beat Paddy the Baddy. But for the UFC, this makes sense because it can go both ways now. Paddy's their upcoming star. So if he beats Conor, that gives him more credibility. That puts more eyes on him. And Conor's on his later years anyway. He's only going to fight a few more times. If that. Yeah. And Paddy's, on the come up. So they could catapult him up with a win over Conor. So either way, it works for them. And they also said so Conor's going to fight International Fight Week is what they want to do. He said this. It's known out there. Everybody knows it. And then he was seeing Paddy Pimblett walking. And they say, hey, Paddy, when are you fighting? International Fight Week? Yeah. So that's where those rumors come from.
I don't know. I would rather see, like you said, Conor versus Jorge, but
yes. And this one I really don't like.
Conor for $10 million.
This one I really don't like. Conor versus Max Holloway. And I like Max, and I like it for Max. I do not like it for Conor. He's been inactive too long, and I think Max will put the hands on him. But it don't do the UFC no favors. Both of them are already stars.
Right, yeah.
So why would the UFC want to? It's like, it would still be a fight. It's going to be a great fight.
You could do like a Conor versus Charles for the BMF or anything like that.
Well, that was the next one.
Yeah.
But if you just want to fucking work with me here on the Max fight.
Would you want to see that then?
Conor versus Charles?
Yeah.
No, I do not want to see Charles Oliveira lay on Conor for another fucking 25 minutes. That is not what I want to see. That is not what the fans want to see. And I guarantee you that's not what Dana White wants to see. So Charles Oliveira is out of the conversation. Dana White was not happy about that BMF fight, as well as everybody else who's got fucking two eyes that watched it. So we got possible Jorge. We got a possible Paddy.
Yep.
We got a possible Oliveira. We got a possible Max. But wait, there's more. And now this one, it's kind of weird too. The other Ireland kid who wants to be Conor McGregor, but he is not Conor McGregor. Yes, I'm talking about the guy that lives with his girlfriend's wife or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about, that punk. Ian Garry.
Yep.
So he is good. He's skilled, but he's not no fucking Conor McGregor. But he is the number one contender. And if they put him against Conor, if Conor wins, that'd be sweet because I'll get to that in a second. But if Garry wins, again, just like Paddy, he could be a new star. They could catapult him to the top. He gets more recognition, all that. But check this. If Conor wins, then he's the number one contender at 170. And then he's got a title shot against who? Islam. Khabib's fucking protege. So then it's the closest thing you can ever get to a Khabib Conor rematch.
True.
The biggest night in UFC history could go again. So maybe this does make sense for the UFC.
Yeah.
And if Conor's really saved like he says he is, and he's been working as hard as he is, I mean, the guy's only in his not even late 30s yet. He's basically in his mid 30s. He could still have a lot left in the tank. Everybody counts him out because the last time you seen Conor fight, like even with Khabib, he was drinking, he was all fucked up. If he's sober now and he's actually training, he could still be a portion of how great he once was.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and if he's fucking 60 to 70% of how great he was, he's gonna beat Ian Garry and he's gonna give Islam a run for his money.
I like that one the most because that makes most sense too.
And that would be exciting. What if he
get Islam, get that chance to be a 3-belt holder.
get him to be a 3-belt holder, and just for the fucking, I know there ain't pay-per-view buys no more, but that would be the biggest fight fucking ever, especially playing the Khabib and Conor history, and with the dolly and all the bullshit and the fight, afterwards.
Just go fight Islam.
You know, they did the fight afterwards with jumping in the cage and shit. That storyline is insane. So I don't know what the UFC's actually gonna do, but this shit's exciting, and I do believe it will be back on International Fight Week, and I'm fucking looking forward to it.
Me too. I never even thought about the Ian Islam thing.
Yeah, buddy, it gets pretty interesting.
Yeah. But the UFC could just say fucking push him ahead though. Just throw that fight on too. I'd watch that too. I'd rather see him fight Ian and earn it and stuff, and I'm sure all the fighters would too, but I'd also watch him fight Islam after this big break.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
But Conor's also said he's ready to fight anybody. He just wants to fight. He wants to fight anybody. And I know you said a lot in the past, but I believe him. I really do. And I am a Conor fan. I've always been. I'm a fan of the sport first. But of course, not many people that are a fan of the sport, unless you're like a Muslim or you got like, unless you got loyalties to Khabib or somebody else that he don't like. That's the only reason you don't like him. He's entertaining as fuck. So why would you not?
Yeah.
Why would you not be a fan? Unless he says something to offend you.
You don't gotta like him to like watching him fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if he fights, you're watching, period.
Yep.
Just like you're watching this now. And if you don't like me, blow me.
Damn, blow.
Everybody likes Conor McGregor unless you're Muslim or something like that.
Yeah, which it means no offense to the Muslims either. We know all Muslims aren't terrorists. Just all terrorists are Muslims. We get it.
So unless you're a terrorist, you like Conor McGregor. So yes, terrorists, fuck off. Everybody else, watch the show.
See how we got crickets because we got 9 Muslims standing behind the cameras. Sorry, fellas.
Well, fucking just let me.
We'll
Hey,
we'll
get your hands out of your pockets.